Hey everyone, it's Sam and I'm here to bring you my first ever content video. So today I'll be talking about me and I'll be talking about my life and how I got to this point at this point in time. Yeah. So just some general knowledge about me. I am 17, I'm in grade 11, I do VCE, I study biology, chemistry, physics, methods, and English language. Because everyone apparently wants to know what your subjects are, so I'm just saying them. And I used to do a whole ton of dance. And for those of you who are wondering, ballet, jazz, contemporary, hip hop, lyrical, character. I think that's all of them. Never know. That's on hold at the moment because of money issues, whatever. Hoping to start it up again because I do love dancing. Been doing it since I was 4. Miss it to pieces. Give me a beat and I'll start doing turns and spins and kicks and flicks, things like that. That was a click, but yeah, you get the idea. I also love science, any type of science, especially biology. Cells, adaptations, genetics, any of that stuff I absolutely love. And tell me anything about any type of science and I'll be super interested because I just love learning how things work. I also love anything sci-fi or fantasy related, so books, TV shows, movies, anything like that, just toss them at me and I'll devour them. I absolutely love them to pieces. I have a wonderful family. I have an amazing mum and dad who are not divorced, which I know is kind of a miracle in this day and age. I also have a little brother and a little sister, and they're both really annoying 90% of the time, but yeah, we'll get through it. They're good people, I hope, I think. They are good people. Yeah, I also have 2 very fluffy puppies. I would show you them, but they're not in here at the moment, which sucks. But yeah, and that's my immediate family, and I have a kind of extended family. I have 2 sets of I have 2 grandparents on each side of my family, so all 4 of them are still alive. I have 2 cousins and an uncle, but we don't really see them. Shade, basically. But I do have a half brother who lives in Darwin, I think. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And he has 2 children now with his wife, which is amazing. And they're so tiny and cute, and they're starting to talk, and it's so cute. Oh my god. And yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell. Yeah, so I hope you find that interesting. But now I'm gonna start talking about the game. If there was a rainbow here, that would be awesome, but there isn't, so yeah. So my parents first got an inkling that I was gay when I was about 9, and that was when basically what happened was I had a dream. I woke up and I was confused as to what it meant, so I went to talk to my mum and dad and I woke them up, which is kind of rude, but whatever. To my understanding, the dream was about me liking other boys. Don't ask me what it was about, I can't remember, I don't know what it was actually about. But my dad is the one I talked to, and he was fine, he was chill, but he was also kind of like, you're 9. So he did explain to me, oh, it could mean that you're gay, and that's totally fine, but you're also 9, so just go back to sleep and don't worry about it. And so I did just that, because I was a tiny child and I couldn't be bothered, and I didn't care. But from then on, my dad did keep an eye on me, and he actually started to do his own research to inform himself on the topic and about the community, which is really cool. Shout out to Dad. But as the years progressed, it became increasingly obvious that I actually was, and I never really had to come out to them because my parents, because they already kind of knew, and they knew the entire time. They weren't, so I never had to like hide or shut it off or whatever around them, which is amazing. I'm forever grateful for that. But when I was about 11 or 12, that's when I consciously knew like what it was, and I could actually associate the 2 things together, and that's really good. I'm really happy that I actually realized so early, and I was able to confidently say, what I was. So I was gay, but we were all at a standstill as to what to do because I wanted to come out. I wanted to tell everyone. I was like, woo, this is amazing. But my parents, who had grown up years before me and in the time of ridiculous and rampant homophobia, they were like, maybe not. So we were trying to figure out what to do, and because we were in rural Queensland, we were also very confused as to what the feedback would be. But we decided that I would come out when I went to high school, which for all of you people in Victoria was grade 8 for me, because I was the last grade 7 in primary school. Yeah, Queensland's weird, I get it, we know. So in grade 8, I actually came out to everyone, and we had our fingers crossed that it would actually work well. My parents said they were prepared. If it got really, like if it actually came back really bad, they said they were prepared to move schools, which was actually amazing. So I came out by telling the Gossip Girls in my grade. Basically, I told the Gossip Girl group, hey, I'm gay, I don't really care who you tell, go crazy. And surprise, surprise, by the next week, all of grade 7 and 8 knew, which was my campus. And so that was a big change. It wasn't really that many people, but it was kind of weird how many people actually came up to me and were like, hey, are you gay? And I was like, yeah, it's not fake news. But yeah, and then actually I got so much support and feedback. Not feedback, that's the wrong word. They weren't telling me, oh yes, you are a good gay. They were just saying, yeah, you're really confident and that's cool. Yeah, so it got tons of support. It went really well. But I wanted to meet other people like me, obviously. So my parents said wait until you get to the year 9 campus, 9, 10, 11, 12, because they were all at another campus, and that was like 1,200 people. Tons of people, or like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So they were like, yeah, just wait until you get there. They will be like 100 probably at that campus. So just wait and you'll meet them. And I was like, okay, bring it on. Then it got to grade 9 and I moved there and it was great. And then we realized that there was no such thing as a LGBT support group or even like information lunchtimes or whatever. There was nothing, zero, and we were all stunned because we totally expected there to be something for such a big school or campus with so many older students and not really knowing. Yeah, we were just really confused. But because there wasn't anything, I decided, well, why can't I just start a group? So I went to the school's like teachers and I was like, well, how do I start it? Bring it on. I'll do everything. Like just point me in the right direction. So long story short, started the group, got media attention, and it actually went really well. It got so much positive support, but also a lot of negative support, negative backlash. Negative support is the wrong word. Forgive me. But in the end, it went for a year and then it stopped in grade 10, which sucked. But the media attention actually threw me into the advocacy field by accident. I didn't even mean for it to happen, I just wanted to have a group. But I actually just got kind of pushed into it because there was nothing like that happening at all in Queensland. And that's why it was such a big deal, because nobody was talking about it. And I was fine taking on the role. I was like, well, if people need it, I'll do it. And that led me to becoming an advocate. So in grade 10, I got invited to go to pride marches and marriage equality rallies to speak because I was a student and they wanted people to hear from a student, I think, I don't know, and our perspective of the whole thing. And that was a great experience. And then that led to going to interviews and more speeches and more just events in general, which was amazing. I loved them all. And I got to meet so many people. But the more people that I met and the more stories that I heard, the more that I realized this is so needed, the LGBTI group at school, because the story that I heard while I was doing that were just crazy. Like, there were kids being chucked out of home at 15 and the parents were actually saying you can't come back because you're gay and that's your fault. And I was horrified because that would never happen. That has obviously never happened to me, and I couldn't imagine it happening to me. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. But that is what drove me to start Sora Support, which was an organization that would help connect LGBT youth and connect them to other external organizations such as Headspace or -18 or PFLAG. But that's also stopped because it didn't have enough support. Yeah, I know, it's ironic, but yeah, it's a work in progress. All that work in Queensland led to me moving here and then actually joining -18 and Joy Radio and any other little things that popped up. Like -18 and Joy, I've absolutely loved being a part of both of them. They're amazing organizations, and I couldn't live without them. I love them. And yeah, that's basically what I'm doing right now. So you're all caught up, and so stay tuned for the next one. And thanks for listening. Sam out.